Oh, you gonna have to match the audio? You want to clap or something? Hey, welcome to Color Folk and Anime. And then there was one and a half. As you guys can see, the boys are not with me today. They're all gone. All my buddies are gone. But that's okay, because my brother's here with me today. You want to introduce yourself?
Her buddy and also a boy. Actually, a grown ass man.
What is on Aristocats? And she's like, you're not a lady. You're my sister. You're not one of the boys. You're my brother.
Yeah, I am the boy.
Count. Is the boy?
He's the boy. He's a man.
Okay.
The myth and the legend.
All right. Okay. All right.
That's what I'm called in other places.
Are you
respect. I am.
Okay.
My old news anchor.
Okay.
That's
all
what
right.
he called me.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to be funny.
No.
Don't take that to heart. So we're here today in the boys' stead. So you'll have to listen to me ramble about stuff unchecked.
I'll stop her.
No, you won't. In any case, I guess let's start off with what we're reading and watching. What have you gotten into lately?
I haven't read a manga in a while.
For shame.
Yeah, I ain't got time now. But watching, I've been trying to watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yay! Don't tell Jordan.
From a recommendation of a friend, he told me just keep watching, which is what they say about working out, but that hasn't worked for me either. Yeah, and then I've been trying to catch up on One Piece. I'm like 8 years behind, so.
Oh, One Piece is good. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy. I binged it, which I wouldn't trade for the world. The binging experience of One Piece was very nice. But yeah, don't, just enjoy it. Take your bite-sized pieces. There's going to be parts where you're just kind of like, is this filler? And it's like, I mean, yeah, but watch it anyway. Cuz it's good shit. Except for that one fight, they should have not made as long as it was. The Cake Island fight, if you know, you know. That fight was too fucking long. It was like Namek long. And I'm just like, seriously? How many more episodes to this fight? 20? No. But in any case, I still watched it all. It was good. Anything else? Nothing else on the docket?
No, that's it. I work at a school and it's the end of the year, so I'm really busy right now.
Oh, I hear you.
So, yeah.
No, that's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? It is almost the end.
Next week is finals week.
Oh, for all the people in school out there, I mean, good luck. I'm glad I don't do that shit anymore.
Well, yeah. I'm in AV, so Zoom rules the world, which makes my job harder. So we have the Zoom graduations and.
Oh, you're Zooming graduation?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Oh, that stinks. I hate graduations. So I would have been living if they had canceled mine. Well,
no, it's not canceled. We're doing 6.
What?
To encourage social distancing.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, that's my personal hell. I hate graduations. I hate them. I didn't go to my own college graduation. Much to my mother's chagrin. Our mother's chagrin.
Yes.
She was not happy. But I was like, I'm not going all the way to Arizona, hot Arizona, to sit in a crowd of people and wait for my name to be called. And the school's too big, so all I would do is stand up and sit down and be like, ooh, I'm graduated. No. Give me my expensive piece of paper, please.
You could have just grabbed your diploma and walked straight out the door.
Can you do that?
Why can't you?
I mean, I guess you
They
could.
mail you
That
the
seems disrespectful.
they mail you the diploma anyway.
They do. I
Yeah.
remember being very disappointed in my high school graduation that shit wasn't in there.
Yeah,
I'm
same
like, what
here.
is the point of this? I don't like graduations. I'm praying my kids don't either because I would like not to go to theirs when I have those.
At least your name
future
comes at
children.
the beginning of the alphabet.
So I can just stop paying attention
Mm-hmm.
after the beginning bit.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. But I guess it's on to me then. What have I been reading and watching? I it's so hard to like come around to these things. I've been watching I stopped watching JoJo's. I'm going to try again. I'm going to pick it back up. I'm still on like episode 3. But I did finish Persona 5. I'm watching Persona 5 so that I can play the game. So here's the story. I have a Nintendo Switch. I haven't had a gaming system in a very, very, very long time. And the gaming systems I had weren't really mine. They were his.
Mine.
So I have my own. I got one for my birthday a couple years ago. It's a Nintendo Switch. So I was like, cool, great. I've been getting into JRPGs lately, but they give me anxiety. So I was playing like tactical RPGs. I was playing Fire Emblem Three Houses a lot. And so now I bought the Persona 5 Strikers game that came out on Switch. And found out that this is the one Persona game that you needed to play the other game to really get. So at first I was like, damn, I wasted my money. So I was like, okay, what do? Do I need to watch playthroughs of the original game so I'm not completely lost? They're like, well, you could just pick it up. They're like, oh, you could watch the anime. Shout out to Curious Joy. She suggested that in her Discord. So I was like, okay. So I finished watching the anime thing. And I'm supposed to get my PC in May ish.
It's gonna be May.
Okay. All right, Justin. So I'm thinking maybe I'll stream it. Should I stream that one?
Streaming, you playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so lost.
I'm a fan of streaming.
I'm a fan of streaming. Yeah.
Yeah,
I spend too much of my life on Twitch.
You being lost would be entertaining for the people that
Would it be?
tune in
Because
to your stream.
I'm very.
Especially
I will
you
not
guys
know what
do
I'm
not
doing.
understand how much anxiety she has over anything like action adventure. I would play like Hitman, Tomb Raider, and she would just freak out in the background. She refused. No matter how much the game interests her, she would refuse to pick up the controller and play herself.
I can't do it.
Because she would probably have a panic
It is
attack.
probably why I watch streamers play those types of games. I like watching. There's this guy named his username is Chocolate Flavor. I know. No, but he's funny. He's entertaining to watch. And so I've been watching him play Hitman whenever I catch his streams that he's playing Hitman.
Yeah.
Hoy vey, I can't, and I'm like, good luck. Him and his coins, it just makes me laugh.
Just toss the coins.
To get people's attention. Oh man, it's entertaining. It is entertaining to watch, and I wish I could play it. I can't. I cannot. I can't. I couldn't even play Zelda when I was a kid.
Well, that's
the skeletons popping out the ground. I couldn't do it.
Ocarina of Time she's talking about.
Yeah, I don't even know which one. I just know that I quit very soon after I started.
The one on 64 that used to change.
I used
to have real day night
love
cycles,
the Nintendo 64.
Cycles, and then the moon would get closer. You look up and see the moon face, and she hated it.
No, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I am a scary person. I'm scared of everything. So, needless to say, I like the turn-based games. I'm learning. I like the tactical RPGs like Firehouse was. So if you're listening to this and you care, suggest me some, low anxiety games for my Switch that I can play. That
Tiddlywinks.
won't give. I will say I did buy Monster Hunter Rise. I'm very bad at it. I also learned that it was not beginner friendly, so I may have wasted my money, but it looked like a good time. I enjoyed making my character. She looks amazing. But pero
Monster Hunter isn't a high anxiety game in your
it
book?
is. It is. I don't know how I'm gonna ever rank up. I'm still whatever the lowest one is. I've done like 2 missions and been just like, I might quit. I mean, I haven't picked the thing up again to play it again. So it's just sitting there. It's just sitting there.
Terrible.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes you waste your money and you learn your
Did
lesson.
you buy a hard copy?
No.
See, that's where you messed up. At least if you buy a hard copy, you can go to GameStop and get 12 cents for it.
Right. I was like, get nothing? What are you saying?
Yeah.
GameStop. Oh, you got any? Did you buy any stock in GameStop?
No, I was too poor at the time.
I'm crying.
So I'm just looking at other people
Get rich.
get money.
That's funny. Yeah, me and the stock market, I don't think that we'll get along. I can't even. But I like watching people.
You would like it.
I don't know if I'd like it.
It's all analytical.
It's another thing to pay attention
That's your whole
to.
job.
It is.
So you would like it.
Yeah, we'll see.
You'll
Maybe
probably
one
create
day.
some formula to make money, like a ultra high return yields.
Oh
You
no.
make like 12% a year.
You'll try to predict like
Which is
what's
like
gonna
God,
happen
like,
in the
Yeah.
market or whatever.
Yeah.
Not for this season in my life. We'll say that. But besides that, I also have started to watch. So I've been watching ReZero again. I picked ReZero back up. Here's the thing about ReZero though. I'm a REM stan. And when they do what they do at the end, do you care if I spoil? Well, I mean, y'all might care if I spoil y'all.
Don't spoil.
Okay, I won't spoil it. They do something with Rem at the end of the first season, beginning of the second season that I don't like, and it made me stop watching the anime initially. So it's been slow going because I want more Rem, and I don't have enough of her. And so then I wonder what I'm even watching it for. Besides that, though, I still keep up with what's it called? I still keep up with Spy Family. And I still have been reading through Black Clover since they're not animating it anymore, or they stopped or whatever. They were doing it like weekly.
Yeah.
Now they stopped. Now the thought is that they're gonna do it on the like a seasonal basis, like all the other big animes, which I'm like, I get it's probably better for the anime and for the people, especially because they're like kind of not caught up, but they're getting there.
Yeah.
So I imagine that they would have run out of stuff and had to start doing a bunch of filler. So I'm like, okay, fine. If you're gonna do it seasonally, I'm in. But if you never come back and you hold me like Hunter x Hunter, I'm gonna be so upset because I just got into it. Like, well, okay, so I've been watching it for the whole time, but like it was bad, and now it's good, and now I'm into it, and now they stopped it, and I'm like,
that's how it works.
Come on. That and I was gonna try to finish watching what's it called? The Promise Neverland season 2, but after reading it, I just can't get back into it. I can't. I should have finished watching it first and then went back to read it. Mm-hmm. But now that I know what I'm missing, I can't. It's so sad. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm.
Yeah, I gotta just jump in general. I'm the old guy. Out of everybody that's ever on here, I'm like the old man. So all my stuff is like pre-2000. All my in-depth anime-ness is like 2003 and older, which is probably older than a lot of you. Some of you watching it, probably a quarter of you watching this is like my animes came out before y'all were born.
I'm crying.
So I'm trying to get back into it on a regular basis, especially because I got more free time now.
Yeah, free time, freedom.
So I can catch up and be all current, get down and hit with the lingo.
Okay, all right.
Lingo.
Okay, that's enough. Well, and then I guess in the sense of what's popular or poppin', as Lance would say.
Did you just get on me for being like that?
Shut up.
And you're younger than me.
Shit.
Significantly younger than me. Get less cooler than me.
Okay, all right, sir. I'm cool. I'm cool on here, okay? People like me. Y'all like me, right? I'm cool. I'm cool in a nerdy circle. Kind of, sort
You're
of.
virtually cool.
Yeah, virtually
Not
cool.
in real life, though.
My Twitter fingers are
Not
cool.
in real life, though.
I don't have a Twitter, but I mean, like, on the internet. You know what I mean? In whatever.
She's only cool in zeros and ones, not in flesh and blood. So.
Fuck you.
That's gonna be easy. You got your big brother on here.
I know. Let you pass. He really won't. Y'all know what he calls me?
What do I call you?
Meg.
I do call you Meg. She's the middle child.
Meg from Family Guy. If you know that reference, you know he's an asshole. That's what you know. So, but as far as like what's popular right now, what the people are talking about, Yasuke.
Yes, I'm excited for that. I haven't started yet. It just came out.
As we're speaking.
Yeah, it's
by the time you see this, we'll
the
have
story itself is based off a real story for you those of you guys who don't know. The story itself is super intriguing. I don't know 100% of the details, but the gist of it is he was a African slave who came over there with Christians who tried to evangelize Japan.
Irony. Sorry, go on.
And Japan had was strict on protecting their culture, so all like any type of outside influences they either chased off or just downright killed. But either way, I can't remember what happened to the people Yasuke was with, but in any way he was left on the island, and he was working for the shogun. He ended up working for the shogun and stuff, and ended up becoming one of his retainers. After being left,
right? It's like the Joseph story without without the whore wife.
Yeah. And they have, there's legends and stuff about him because he was like 6'1" and like decently built. So he's tall. He's relatively tall. He's tall for an average man in America. So
right,
yeah, which is like 5'8".
Yeah, I'm the height of an average man.
You are the height of an average man.
That's so sad. I'm the shortest person in my family,
She's tiny.
Yeah, everybody in my family thinks I'm short.
Yeah, you are short.
Compared to y'all, the rest of the world, I'm pretty tall.
You're shorter than your grandmother. Nobody's shorter than their grandmother.
What?
Nobody's shorter than their grandmother.
Well, she was tall then. It doesn't make me short.
She was tall because you were short.
Whatever. The reality is what it is. I'm a tall person. I'm a tall human being. Okay? Large and in charge. Okay? Okay. In any case, yes, we're excited about Yasuke. I've also been hearing a lot about this anime called, what is it, Into Your Eternal or something like that? That sounds dirty.
Does it? I feel like you just made it that way.
I probably did just make it
because
dirty.
If it was eternal, that's a lot. That's like hot dog hallway situations. If it was eternal,
is it? Oh, To Your Eternity. That's what it's called.
Okay, that sounds better.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it would be To You, the Immortal. It's a manga series. Sorry. I'm going to say it right. I'm going to try to say it right. Oh, it's in Weekly Shonen. I don't know if I can read this. I have the Viz app. That's where I've been reading Spy Family and stuff. And it's real nice. The interface, the UI is great. But I don't have access to everything. And I be trying not to go the illegal route. But Yeah, I might get me a VPN. I might get me a VPN.
VPNs aren't illegal though.
No. I might get me a VPN out for the sites so that my computer doesn't die. Trying to, I don't want to catch anything on these interwebs. What would you call it if you were calling a virus like something like a STI?
Virus? Sexually transmitted what?
So then what would it be, like a DTI?
Digitally transmitted virus?
A DTV?
No,
yeah.
They're calling them infections now. They're not diseases, so I don't know.
Oh
if
yeah,
virus would count.
Oh, boo! I forgot they don't call it virus.
Infection.
Why did they change? You know what? That's beside the point. It's not even important. In any case,
yeah, we're kind of random when we get together.
I've heard. We haven't gone philosophical yet. That's a good sign. If we start going philosophical, somebody stop us. There's no one to stop us.
Yeah, there's no calling.
Lance is the timekeeper.
We'll just keep going.
He really is. He keeps us on track. We need you, Lance. Okay, well, let's get into our main topic for today.
All right.
We're talking about Mortal Kombat. Now, before we get into the movie, a disclaimer alert. I played Mortal Kombat as a kid. Probably shouldn't have. Also, older than a kid, played Mortal Kombat. Watched the original movie when it came out with the white Raiden. Where white Raiden with the long white hair. Yeah. You remember that? They still had the same little 6-arm monster. He kind of looked the same. Anyway, we're not on this current route. Whatever. Who cares? I don't know anybody's name. So you're about to be real mad. Was he not white in the movie? When was that? The 90s?
He was white.
Okay, white Raiden. This one's like Raiden that makes sense because they're in Asia.
Yeah.
That was white Raiden. Okay.
They got the
there's white Raiden and regular Raiden.
Last Samurai crew back together.
The Last Samurai crew.
Yeah.
For the original? Are you talking about for the original? The Last Samurai crew?
The one with Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is in a Mortal Kombat movie?
No.
Oh,
the guy
lost.
That was Scorpion.
Yeah.
Was in Last Samurai.
Oh yeah, he was.
The guy who played Raiden.
Oh, that's what you mean.
And I was expecting Shang Tsung to go Su Young, like he was in Rush Hour.
Okay. Okay. All right.
That's like the only line he had in the movie that was memorable.
Wait, what did he play in Mortal Kombat?
He played Shang Tsung.
Wait, which one's Shang Tsung?
The sorcerer that was taking people's souls.
Oh. He's funny. What else was he in? He was in something else that makes me feel like he's funny.
I have no idea.
I can't remember. I'm so bad at that.
She's terrible at that.
I'm so bad. So you remember the movie from the 90s. It was the 90s, right?
Yeah. We took like 20 people to go see it, remember?
Oh my God, I fucking loved that movie.
With Ponderosa chicken wings. It was like 20 kids. 20,
that was always the routine though. Ponderosa and Aladdin's Castle.
Yep, in the movie. Aladdin's Castle was our arcade.
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
Oh yeah, because a lot of our listeners are in California.
Are they?
Yeah, which I'm like,
but it was a local arcade, a huge arcade, because 90s and arcades went hand in hand. It was greatness.
I used to love the arcade.
And it was right next to a movie theater, so we would go see terrible video game based movies and then play video games. Yeah, it was a great life. 90s rule.
Yeah, you put your quarters in a thing to get tokens that were basically worth the amount of quarters that you put in the machine, which is why they changed it so you
gave them real money for fake money and you were happy.
And they don't give you no tickets. Everything you want in behind the thing costs more than you could ever earn in a single trip. So you keep coming back because you want that giant ass stuffed animal that you won't ever get.
Same thing as Chuck E. Cheese, basically.
Yeah.
As far as like,
but more fun.
But the video games are great.
Yeah.
Put your quarter or your token on the machine to call you got next, and
you remember when they put that electric electrocuting machine in there.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah,
That was so weird. I don't understand why that was a thing.
Because people are
I
sadists.
mean, I tried it. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I don't know why they did that.
Just because.
Trying to create little sadomasochist children.
But anyways, Mortal Kombat.
Okay, sorry. So Mortal Kombat, the original movie, I liked because there's a certain amount of nostalgia attached to it for me. I was pretty young and impressionable when that movie came out. It was the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would have been under 10.
You were like 5 or 6, I think.
Was I that young?
Yeah.
Why would y'all let me watch that?
The
It wasn't that gory.
The
though.
original wasn't gory at all. It didn't have any type of gore in it.
Which was probably very disappointing for like people that like Mortal Kombat.
Yes and no. Because just with Mortal Kombat, a lot of y'all probably know, like the fatalities and stuff were kind of like cheat code throw-ins. Like they weren't necessarily made to be discovered.
Yeah.
A lot of developers and stuff just throw stuff in.
Yeah. It's like this is special for you, sweaty.
And then and then somebody leaks or find out something on accident. And it just goes from there. And the Super Nintendo version actually didn't have any blood at all. So that would have been like the movie. Like it was no, and the movie was good, the original, because it was like all hand to hand. Like it had a little hint at something that could be a fireball towards the end of the movie, but it was like no fireballs and all that. It was like all hand to hand,
like combat. Real martial arts.
Yeah. So that one was cool.
None of this special chi power shit.
And it was Mortal Kombat. It was a video game.
But they were still killing each other, right?
Yeah, they were still killing like breaknecks and all that type of stuff. It was still in there, but no blood and guts.
Yeah.
And fun fact, it was a old martial arts show. What was it called? Shoot. It was a Saturday morning martial arts show. So basically it was like martial arts wrestling. So it was like storylines and stuff. And the first fight in the Mortal Kombat tournament was a dude that was on the show called The Machine, a black dude with like long, like basically long box braids. He had box braids down to the middle of his back. His name was Machine on the show. I can't remember the name of the show. It's something words. But anyways, that was hype for a lot of the kids because we used to watch that because it used to come on like right before wrestling. After all the cartoons and right before like wrestling, when wrestling was still on Saturday. Oh. And he was like, "Oh, the Machine's in the movie." Just side note.
Oh, Lord. Jesus.
But the original was good. Annihilation, terrible like Jack's original arms in the new movie, like that terrible, super terrible. Yes, Jack's paper clips.
And why does his special power make them metalier? His special power was to make more metal?
They obviously knew what it was gonna be.
His chi was like, "I got you, fam." I don't understand. Just make more arms? I don't. Okay, we'll get back to that.
I don't know because I think maybe it's just how it meant. Because didn't one of the first thing when Kano found out people had like powers and stuff, said he wanted a laser. Like that was one of the first things he said. And he ended up with like a laser.
Oh, was that what that was about?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Then why the fuck did... Okay, we will come back to that because the pro tag situation...
spoilers. We haven't really said anything spoilery, yeah. But there will be spoilers.
Yeah. Like Lance said, we're reviewing it, so...
Yeah, and it's been out for a week now, so...
Right.
At least, something like that.
Right. Well, and if you haven't seen it, don't watch this or listen to this. However, you're getting this content. Yeah. Don't. Do, but like after you watch it, unless you don't care. I'm the type of person that I don't really care, so I'd watch it and then maybe go back and watch it again, just so I can get the joke.
She's terrible at jokes too. So.
Whatever. I'm not that bad. Y'all think I'm funny. Shut up, Malcolm. Stop telling people I'm not funny because then they believe you.
I didn't say that. I just said you're bad at jokes.
That implies I'm not funny.
It just implies you're bad at jokes.
Fuck yeah.
Some people are great storytellers.
Oh, you think I'm a great storyteller?
No, I don't think
Shut
you're that either.
up! I hate you so much. Okay, anyway. So, I mean, with that said, we have good feelings about the original.
Yes, good feelings about the original.
Some people in Discord we're talking about, not our Discord, a different Discord that I'm in, we're talking about like, I liked it better than the original. And I was like, I didn't. But I'll keep my dissenting opinion to myself for the moment.
It's part nostalgia, but like the original's always gonna have a place. Like if you were there when the original come out, you'll get it. I'm a sports guy, so it's like most older people aren't really that impressed with LeBron James because we're not looking back at Michael Jordan. We were there during Michael Jordan and know exactly how much of a phenomenon he was and how he revolutionized everything about basketball on top of being the greatest player that nobody could beat at the time.
Right.
Like, so it's kind of that type of thing. Like when you're in the moment, like you can compare the two if you're in both moments. You can compare the two and be like, it's not really the same thing. I mean, although the fatality stuff they did in the new one, like you couldn't do that in the 90s at all.
No, you couldn't have.
Couldn't even attempt
Although
that and not make it look cheesy.
I mean, there is still some cheesy in this.
Well, that's because she doesn't like CGI blood splatter.
I hate CGI blood. I was like, why didn't they just go the Quentin Tarantino route? And then he was like, well, then they couldn't make it as dramatic.
Yeah, it's not as dramatic. It's too expensive.
Yes.
For practical effects, is way more expensive.
I guess. I was like, okay. So on to the new movie, right? Mm-hmm. Opening sequence starts with my favorite, Scorpion. I love Scorpion. Get over here, bomb ass move. I love everything about him. So the first fight scene is really, really good.
Yes.
Except for the blood. The blood almost took me out of the movie. It was
for CG blood, bad. It was actually decent. CG blood can look.
The two guys he killed in front of his house that was like, what?
CG blood can look a lot worse.
It almost took me out of the movie in the sense of like, I was in it. I was like, oh, this fight seems amazing. And then I saw the blood gush at the house and I was like, oh, it's one of those. So I see you, ninja assassin. The blood ninja assassin was so bad.
Yeah, like I said, it could be worse.
Bad. It could be worse, I guess. Whatever. But I really liked how they chose to open the movie in the sense of I hated it once the movie started progressing because I realized that was all the Scorpion they were really gonna give me. But I liked it in the sense of like it was a good fight scene. It's a good like kind of setup between the two of their conflict.
Yeah, and I'm a Sub-Zero guy, so I love how they made Sub-Zero. Yeah,
Sub-Zero was really okay. All right. Okay, I need you to get out of my house.
Made him cold. You get it? Frozen.
I liked Sub-Zero too.
That was my guy in the video game. Which those were the main two guys, except for
who cares about anybody else?
Well, Johnny Cage just punched people in the nuts, but he wasn't in the movie.
He wasn't in the movie, was he?
No, they just alluded to him at the end, but they set up the sequel.
Oh, because he's like gonna go to Hollywood or something like that.
Yeah,
he's gonna go get Johnny.
Johnny. But yeah, the beginning of the movie was great.
Yeah.
I kind of wish the whole movie felt like that.
Same.
And
same.
And yeah.
Same. No, I'm just sorry.
Yeah, and yeah. Like it was. Yeah, the beginning of the movie was really good. Like it was shot well. The action was good. The story, even though like not many words were said, the story was compelling
and clear.
It looked like a totally different movie than the rest of the movie. And they should have just kept.
As soon as they went to the Hafu, I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, but
is he even canon?
Who?
The main character. Who is he? What is his name again?
I don't care. I don't know.
I don't
He
know.
was just there.
I probably shouldn't call him Hafu because I'm not Japanese. What? And half breed sounds insulting. That sounds
It is
bad.
insulting. It doesn't sound insulting. It is insulting.
What should I call him? I don't have a name for him.
His name was like one word. It was like Clint or what was his name?
I don't know. I almost said Cooper. I'm so sorry, Cooper.
Anyway, I can't remember his name. That's how memorable he was.
Yeah,
Nobody remembers.
Off, and he's the main fucking character. Oh,
he's not the main character.
He's terrible.
They did the thing where
they told everybody else's story.
Well, they did the thing where he's supposed to be the audience trying to figure out what's going on. Everybody that's going to see this movie knows what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
right? We don't need that.
I was like, get to the fucking.
It's like My Friend Martin, another old school reference. Super old school reference.
Showing your age,
used to come on all the time, every February.
You old as shit,
He's like
man.
the kid that would go around during the civil rights to listen to the Martin Luther King speech.
Oh.
We didn't need that kid. We knew what happened.
Yeah.
We knew what the speech was going to happen. Like, it's that person.
Yeah.
He was the tutorial level.
And it's
he was the tutorial level.
It's a good like narrative device that movies and stuff like that use, where they're kind of like, okay, we're gonna like, this is a world that somebody needs to learn to understand or whatever. So we'll put someone in there that's in your shoes so that we can do the exposition without it feeling like exposition.
I disagree because it's not a good device when the person isn't inherent to the story. Like Bilbo Baggins on his journey is figuring things out.
Oh yeah.
He's not an added character like Frodo. Like, they're not added character. They're figuring things out as they go. Yeah. Like, if it was somebody like
doing the story from Sonya's,
if it was like Kung Lao or Liu Kang, and they were going up and figuring this stuff out, I think that would have been better.
We got to talk about the two of them too. But
tiny Liu Kang.
It would have been interesting then to do the story from Sonya's point of view, especially initially being someone without a tattoo.
They already did that. If you've seen the Mortal Kombat miniseries,
no.
What was it called? They did a trailer to it when it was what's his name, Lateef Crowder, like he's a really good capoeira artist. Mm-hmm. He played like Baraka, and who was he fighting?
Baraka. See, now I'm
I forgot who, but that was
from...
the trailer, and Michael Jai White was supposed to be Jax, and he was like questioning Scorpion, who they didn't know was undead, whatever.
Yeah,
but he was going through like the files of like the trailer for the trailer for it was super cool. And then they actually ended up doing the series like I think like 5-6 years later. That was actually pretty solid. But that was kind of the point of view for the series was from the special forces operatives, like going through and trying to figure stuff out.
So it's like been there, done that. Let's add a random nigga and do it from his point of view. Yeah, they had
the Batista armor from Man with the Iron Fist. You remember that part of Man with the Iron Fist? When Batista had the gold armor on? I don't know. And his superpower was to get his ass whooped?
Oh,
that was his special power?
Yeah, like I can endure it.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
Oh, man. No, so it goes from amazing to what?
It was...
I mean, it starts with him losing or getting ready to lose his fight, which I feel like is such an annoying trope. The kind of loser boxer dad thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like I see that so many times. It's supposed to like inspire the son to be like a good fighter, but this time they did it from the loser dad's perspective.
Nobody's like, this dude is really good. He should fight for us. They're like, oh, this man needs to learn a life lesson about getting his ass kicked and persevering. Maybe he should fight with us. Like, there's nobody that
he's like, you get beat up really
like the
well.
best. Nobody's like the best. They're like, hey, let's get him. Nobody chose the winner.
Right. And it's like, well, if of all the things to be the weakest link of like the most OP family line, how
He
sad.
was worse than Jax with the paper clips on.
He really was.
Like legitimately.
With the paper clip on.
Paper clip on.
Listen, the way he lost his arms though, that was kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sub-Zero.
Everything with Sub-Zero in it was great. Well,
Sub-Zero was the
most
best,
of it.
Sub-Zero was the best thing about that movie.
He really was.
Well, actually, no.
And I love
check
that.
Kano might have been the best thing about that movie.
The comedic relief that he offered, sure. But there were some times when I was like, shut.
Who, Kano?
Oh.
He was the only person that was actually like.
It felt like there
lines.
was some times where it was like he just had to overcompensate for the lack of character in the rest
movie.
of the characters. Fucking hell. Oh my God. Everyone's so boring.
I didn't. You didn't like Kung Lao?
Some metal sombrero?
Yeah, the sombrero guy.
I didn't hate him. I kind of liked how kind of cocky he was, if that makes sense.
I'm mad that they killed him.
I'm very upset that they killed him. Of all people to kill, why him? Kill paperclip arms.
Well, you can't kill him.
Well, he's only nigga. They can't kill him.
Well, they can't kill him because of the storyline. Kung Lao shouldn't be dead either until later in the storyline.
Right. Well, maybe little bit will find a way to get him his soul back.
Liu Kang was tiny.
He was little.
Tiny and weak.
He was little and corny.
Well,
Here's my thing about Kung Lao and like from what I remember of him.
Kung Lao or Liu Kang?
Little bit.
Yeah, less Liu Kang.
Liu Kang.
Yeah.
Sorry, I get them mixed up a lot, even though they're very different people. And I was gonna say the wrong name again, so I'm just gonna call him Little Bit because that's what I know him as. Little Bit.
He was tiny.
From what I remember about him, was that he was. It's the same. How do I explain this? So there's always this kind of character that's always out of touch of like what the times are, right? And so he's supposed to be not a man out of time necessarily, but he's kind of like he's just out of touch with like the broader popular culture, right?
Well, yeah, I think he's the super moralist. Of
Yeah,
the group.
but that's the thing. Like he's very deep and insightful and thoughtful, and he has all these like really great nuggets for people. But the way they have it in here is like from the mouths of babe type of knowledge.
Yeah, but
he's so childlike.
Yeah.
I don't like when they make the character that's supposed to be naive childlike.
Yeah, but because of that, that's part of the reason they killed Kung Lao, because he's supposed to be like the next one up and he has to mature. That's probably the way they're gonna go. But still, it's like
it's dumb.
But it's like he should have. You remember, like
he's an adult that's been through shit.
You remember? Yeah, he's been training the same time as Kung Lao, whatever, and can make fire dragons and all that. But that
dragon was very impressive. I didn't mind.
But he should have been like Captain America in Avengers. Remember when he was trying to tell the police officer how to evacuate the people? And the police officer was like, "Why should we listen to you?" And then he's whooped all the aliens.
Oh yeah.
And the dude was like, "Oh yeah, we
yes." That's
how Kung Lao. He should have been like super moralist the whole time.
Yes.
And then people were like, "Who's this square dude?" or whatever.
Right.
And then when the time came, he was just whooping people, but he was getting whooped too.
Yeah, he was getting. Yeah.
Like, come on, man. The only person that was whooping people was Sonya and Kung Lao.
Yeah.
All the good guys, they was the only people whipping people.
Yeah. Which I was like, come on, bro.
And Sonya wasn't even supposed to be part of the tournament in the story.
Right. I have my things with Sonya too. When I was thinking Man Out of Time too, and not seeming naive, I was thinking about Wonder Woman in the first Wonder Woman movie. Where she's like, where she's not hip to like the culture, but she's not childlikely naive.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Those kind of characters.
Yeah.
Where it's like you don't have to make them seem like a baby just to make them seem pure-hearted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't have been pure hearted because he knew he was going to a tournament that
To
decided the
kill
face
people.
of his world, where death was a possibility every fight. Like so,
Right.
he should have been a little more hardcore than he was.
Yeah. Yeah. They had no business making him that
Yeah,
way.
like
A
he can
little
make
bit
fire
deserved
dragons.
better. He deserved better.
But yeah,
They hold his character.
the movie was solid as far as it was solid, but as far as like an actual like movie, it was kind of bad. But like, if you don't care about like movie structure and how the plot goes together, you're fine. It's a good like I'm gonna just turn this on and bleh. Like
Yeah.
it's good for that. Like you can rewatch it like that. Like the first time you watch it is to be interested because it's Mortal Kombat, but you can rewatch it as like a mindless action movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any other. I mean, nobody's really memorable.
Jack's
Jax
paperclips
was
are great.
okay for a little bit. I didn't hate his fight with Sub-Zero. I mean, it wasn't really a fight.
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero.
I watched some of the making of, and the guy that plays Sub-Zero had to like slow himself down because he's like up here as a martial artist, and so like they had to like, yeah.
Oh man.
They had to be like,
so
okay,
good.
can you slow it down for the actors a little
Right.
bit? And
He's like, he's an actor, not a fighter.
yeah,
So
right.
slow down.
Well, they're not fighters like him. It'd be like Donnie Lin. Him and his guys are so good that sometimes they can improv their fights.
That's amazing.
Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like to be, but he's like that level.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
No, and then Sonya. I think so. Here's my thing that's gonna make my lady friends mad at me. Okay, you ready for this? I am so tired of them feeling like they have to write female characters in a certain type of way in order to communicate to the audience that they're like strong and independent, right?
Yeah.
Her character was written so heavy-handed, and Sonya Blade is she's badass all fucking ready.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to do anything extra to her character to make her more compelling or more badass or more of like a role model.
Just make her capable.
Yeah.
And she was capable in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
But
capable in the movie.
it was like I don't know. I still wish that they would have let her fight Teeth Mouth instead of Kano. But I understand why they did because Kano was talking shit the whole movie. So it was like
part of the character they're supposed to.
Yeah. So it was like she has to be able to kill him because he's the one that was talking shit the whole time. I would have liked unimportant protagonist fighting Kano instead of Sonya.
I would have liked him to not be in the movie.
I would have liked also for him not to be in the movie. They should have just like gone straight into it and
let
like
John. Goro in the movie.
The arm monster?
Yes, the forearm guy.
Forearm monster. I can do that. Forearmed monster.
Goro is a lot easier, a lot less.
Is it?
Yes, Goro?
Four-armed monster.
That's like 8
Which one
syllables.
sounds more compelling?
His real name.
Okay, all right, okay. Agree to disagree. No, I'm just playing. No, like Goro. I remember Goro from the other one. Couldn't he talk in the other one?
Yeah, he could talk in the other one, and he got punched in the nuts.
He can't talk in this one.
He probably could. He probably can talk, but he didn't say
Which
anything.
I'm like, do aliens have nuts the same way we do? I guess he's kind of humanoid-ish.
I mean, all the aliens have nuts in the same place, except for
that's like it makes me think like very
except
Freudian.
for Coneheads, I think.
Coneheads and the Balchinians from Men in Black.
Oh, yeah.
That was
So not all aliens.
Not all aliens. Yeah. But it is interesting to me that we make aliens have the same like general anatomy as we do.
Yes.
I guess they'd be completely unfathomable if we didn't do it that way.
Would they? Just put it somewhere else. That's what they did in Coneheads. Everything was like was telepathic.
Like sex and stuff.
Yeah, you remember when?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Coneheads, another old reference.
That's a good movie.
Dating
I haven't watched that in
again.
a
Coneheads
long
is great.
time.
Dan Aykroyd. What's the other girl? The other lady from Saturday Night Live during that time. I can't remember. Chris Farley's in it. Sinbad's in it.
Love Chris
It's a
Farley.
great movie. Great movie.
That is a
hilarious.
Good movie. Is that streaming?
They're from France. I don't know. It might be.
I gotta find it. I haven't watched that movie.
I don't think any of them Saturday Night Live movies are anywhere. That Ladies Man. Oh, Beverly Hills Ninja is on Netflix, I think.
What?
Yeah. Beverly Hills Ninja is Chris Farley and Robin Shaw, who was Liu Kang in the original Mortal Kombat. Look at that. Full circle.
Right. We came
Synergy.
all the way back around.
Synergy.
Listen, God knew we needed to get back on point. We gave that to you.
But yeah. Sonya, I didn't notice what you noticed in Sonya. I think she was okay.
I don't know.
Like she was capable and she she was capable.
I think it's my thing is like the hurt I'm not included thing being played on too much into the Kano fight. I think that's the thing where I'm like, okay, don't make this the thing that's supposed to symbolize her being oppressed as a female.
You think it was that deep?
It felt that deep.
You think it was that deep? I don't think it was that deep.
I think it felt that deep because
I think it's terrible writing.
You think so?
Yeah.
So I'm just reading too much into it.
I mean, you might be right, but it could just still be. It could be both.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate that bit. I was like, she didn't have a fucking tattoo. It's all left up to chance. Kano got a fucking tattoo. Her having a tattoo or not does not say anything about her worth. She just hasn't killed the right people.
She's not good enough to. Well, that's how Kano got his. Is he killed somebody?
Right.
Yeah. So he didn't even earn it.
Right. That's why I'm kind of like this shouldn't have been a thing with it. Like, oh, you're not worthy to step in the circle. I'm like, fucking nobody's
killed,
worthy.
The guest in the house. What's his name? Chad. What's his name? Robin.
Who's Chad and
Whoever
Robin?
the audience character.
Oh yeah, that
I'm
guy.
just making up
Chad.
Just making
we
up
can
names.
call him Chad. He is a Chad. Let's talk about Chad. Actually.
Oh, you know, he got turned down for the Shang-Chi role too. He didn't seem like a very good actor either.
He was bad.
Yeah,
he got turned real bad.
He got turned down for Shang-Chi.
Which one is Shang-Chi?
The new Marvel one. It's the Master Kung Fu. He auditioned for that.
Ooh, the guy that's playing that has buffed up real nice. I'm just saying, I'm excited to see the movie, and it looks like it's gonna tap into my 90s, early 2000 martial arts movie fantasticness.
Our uncle that used to be one of his favorite comics, the Master of Kung Fu. Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. Yep. Oh. And he had tons of those. He lost them in the flood, though. He had the original giant-size X-Men, too, and lost it in the flood. It's terribleness.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
We could be rich right now.
And he had the Muhammad Ali versus Superman comic.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sad times.
Yeah.
Natural disasters are the
flood.
worst.
Shout out to flood insurance.
Yeah, so let's talk about Chad.
Chad, would you like to talk? Would you like to share your feelings?
Chad was so disappointing. He was
unnecessary.
He totally was unnecessary, and he felt unnecessary, and he said nothing important. His story was awful. His arc, his character building.
Well, let me tell you how much sense he didn't make. He was found. His ancestor was found in rural Japan and adopted by Raiden, and somehow he ended up on the south side of Chicago in like 200 years?
As a mixed child in the south side of Chicago.
How'd you get to
Married
Chicago?
to another white lady, having a racially ambiguous child. Nothing about his
Hold
story.
on, wait.
Nothing
His
about
mom
his
was white?
She looked wait.
Oh,
what?
you talking about his wife?
Yeah, his
Oh,
wife
yeah, his
looks
wife.
white,
Yeah, his
but
wife.
he looks mixed. He looks mixed.
Does he?
He looks mixed to
He
me.
looks like an Americanized
Or maybe it's
Asian.
because he was the way he was acting.
I think he looks like an Asian that was born in America.
I don't know.
That's why.
There felt no sense of culture in him.
Because he was born in America. He's from the south side of Chicago.
I didn't even feel Chicago from him.
Do you know what Chicago
I
people
just
are
felt
like?
bland. I just felt white bread. I felt unseasoned chicken.
He's Asian, not white.
I felt rice with no soy sauce. That's what I felt.
It's so racist.
I
dude.
felt like
It's so racist.
I felt like did he know he was Japanese?
Is it? He was supposed to be Japanese. He didn't look Japanese. He was supposed to be Japanese, wasn't he?
That's why I said he looks mixed.
Forget that. He didn't look mixed. He looked not Japanese.
I wonder if he is. I didn't
he
look that up.
I
My
doubt
phone's
it.
about to die. I have more important things to deal with.
I doubt it. Especially if he was going to go for the role of Shang-Chi. He's not Japanese.
Yeah.
But I doubt it.
Yeah, I wonder what he is ethnically. But in any case, yeah. The thing about like characters like that,
which is weird because Raiden is Japanese. Well, he's Japanese like culturally, like in real life. Scorpion was Japanese, like legitimately, and spoke Japanese. And then Sub-Zero was not Japanese, and they made him not Japanese in the movie.
Right, he was speaking
Chinese.
Mandarin.
Yeah, he was speaking Mandarin. And it was like
he's like, I might not be able to understand you, but I'll beat that ass though. Sorry,
which is funny.
I love that. I love the opening.
Which is funny because Bihan could speak Japanese too.
Right.
So he's like, you did understand him.
They gave him like a real ethnic Chinese name.
The whole movie could have been just that story.
It really could have been.
And it would have been
because showing Scorpion's like his story of him conquering hell.
No, just their story because we have no idea why he was trying to kill him off.
That's very true.
We have no idea why they were.
That would have been a much
why
better
is a
origin.
Chinese dude trying to kill off a Japanese ninja? Why? For what?
They didn't explain that at all.
They could have just did that.
I just wanted them to go back
as a
to
whole
that
movie,
fight.
and everybody would have been satisfied.
Yeah, I agree.
Like they could have did it. They could have been recruited, like at the end of the movie, and that could have set up your sequel. Mm-hmm. Like, that would have been great.
That would have been good.
Somebody write that.
Right. Copyright.
But
actually, so he can get some money. I'm dying. Yeah, Chad was so disappointing, and like his whole story arc, he spends the whole time in there moping about not being fucking powerful. He can't figure out his little superpower situation, and everybody else has except for Paperclip Arms. Paperclip Arms gets his randomly trying to lift a rock off of his friend who had no injuries from said rock falling on her, which I don't completely understand.
Was the rock on her?
Yeah, but he lifted it up.
I mean, was it? Oh, yeah,
it fell on her. They knocked it off purposely to fall on them. And he's all like, Sonya! And he lifts it, and then the power of friendship gives him better arms.
Friendship.
He lifts the rock up, and she's fine. She could have crawled out herself. This is what it looks like. She's huddled up in fetal position.
Think about that. I feel like I don't know. I can't explain it.
And then the bird thing,
I can't remember.
The bird lady didn't make any sense to me.
She's in like Mortal Kombat like 7.
I'm like, do her and evil bad guy have a thing?
Not canonically. I don't think.
Because he
Shang
was
Tsung, Chris. That's Shang Tsung.
doing. No,
The
I
Soul
wasn't
Taker.
saying he was because I was trying to think of his name. I was saying he was because he's being creep.
I mean, the thing is that they
But she was into it, so I guess.
could have did the whole movie with Sub-Zero and Scorpion, but they did just do the cartoon that came out earlier in the year. But to see it in live action is totally different. One,
Yeah.
two.
Especially with the two of them.
Nobody had a backstory.
Yeah, not a soul.
Like,
For it to be a setup movie and nobody to have a good backstory except for the one guy you don't care about.
he didn't even have a backstory.
He didn't have a back. Yeah, because he was like, I'm past my prime.
Nobody,
I'm like, what does that mean?
So
Why are
your
you
prime
boxing
look
if you're
like?
past your prime?
You could show his prime.
Are you in financial trouble?
Like, they could have showed all that.
Why are you still fighting?
Why
is your daughter your corner man?
And that would have made us care if they would explain that. We might have cared.
Yeah, we might have cared.
They
I did like his daughter, but I didn't.
With Shao Kahn's sledgehammer. Why just some random bald dude?
Oh yeah,
had his
I didn't know the
sledgehammer?
other people on the team or why they were there, and they didn't introduce them enough for it to like jog my memory. So I'm just kind of like, I don't remember you. Yeah, it was bad. So now that we've come to the other side of complaining about this movie, okay, I guess what did you like?
I think we kind of encompassed everything.
Yeah, we kind of did.
Yeah, I like the fatality and stuff. I like that.
The fatalities that they end up doing on there.
Mm-hmm. Like they had the cannon heart rip.
Oh yeah,
they had the Kung Lao when he pushed him into his hat.
Oh yeah,
they had the dragon. They had Scorpion dude take his mask off and shoot the flames.
Oh yeah. Sub-Zero's didn't have like a. He froze a couple people and he cut off some arms, but you didn't get to see it like a fatality.
He didn't need one. He was the greatest.
He was really good.
And they're gonna bring him back as Noob Saibot. People that know the story, Noob Saibot is just dead Sub-Zero, and then since Scorpion killed that Sub-Zero, his little brother goes after Scorpion to avenge him. That's the real story. I don't know if they'll do that.
One can only hope.
But they are making behind Noob Saibot, which I kind of figured because he was in mostly black in the movie, which is Noob Saibot's colors.
Yeah.
So
that's good. Okay, well, what would you rate this movie?
A 6 out of 10.
You're so kind.
Because I will use it as background noise. Like it was intriguing to watch the first time. It was entertaining. It was entertaining even though it was a bad movie, but it's not like it's not bad enough to be endearing.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like
like the old Fantastic Four movies.
Like some movies are so bad that it's like cute. It's like I'll watch that again. Like it's I don't know.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. But it's the little fight stuff and the Sub-Zero stuff is cool enough to be like, hey, have you seen this? Go ahead, watch it, and they'll watch it while I'm doing something else in the background.
Right. I want the YouTube video that just has that opening fight. Is what I want.
Yeah, I know they showed the best. I hate when trailers show the best part of the movie.
Golden. I will say the movie Get Over Here was much better than the trailer Get Over Here. I was concerned seeing the trailer, and then I was like, okay, all right, this is better. And then I hated that the ending fight was interrupted by Chad so many times. The ending fight would have been amazing without Chad.
And his frozen family.
Chad just punching at his frozen family as if he's not going to break them.
And why does he have tonfas?
Yeah,
why does he have nightsticks?
From? So
why is nightsticks part of his power? What is his? He needed a backstory for him to make sense because he made zero sense at all.
Sorry, I didn't give my rating. I am at a 3 out of 10. I rate the original like a 5-6 out of 10.
The original was a 7. Yeah. I could watch the original again now.
I could watch the original again.
That was a $500 pair of sunglasses, asshole. Exactly. See how that tickled you? You see how that tickled you? How joy just
After so many
arose
years?
out of that line?
Oh, we
Nope.
didn't talk about Raiden.
He
How
was
did
he
you
was
feel about
partially
it? I feel like he was
I
okay.
liked
He
that
wasn't
they
as charming as
I
the other
liked
one.
that they made him powerful.
Yeah.
Because in the original he didn't seem powerful.
Yeah, he didn't seem
Like in
powerful.
this he seemed powerful.
Right, like
But
an
he
actual
didn't
god.
Yeah, but
And a benevolent
he
one.
didn't do a lot. But he seemed like powerful. Like if he could wreck shit, he could just wreck shit.
Like the only reason why they were there, why they got in there was because he wasn't there at the time. Instead of it being him not
They broke
being
his little staff. They didn't explain what the staff did. He didn't have he put up the force field by himself. He ain't had nothing in his hand when he put up the force field. So now all of a sudden this dragon head on a staff is what's keeping it up.
Yeah.
Like they ain't explain shit.
Fucking Kano.
They ain't explain shit. But
that betrayal meant nothing. He never became friends with anyone. He didn't bond enough for me to feel like he'd hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe they Snyder cut it. Maybe we Josh Whedon it, and it was supposed to be like a 4-hour movie that explained everything, and it was like, nah, it's too long.
And then they just cut out the important parts.
Because I could see him being on like a redemption arc, and then all of a sudden be like, well, fuck it, I'm a bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
and then who do I think I am?
And Cabal, I liked Cabal's like fight and aesthetic, but they made him sound like the Mandalorian.
They did.
He sounded exactly like the Mandalorian.
He sounded exactly like the Mandalorian. Is because he had a mask on his face?
Maybe. It wasn't the same actor, was he?
I don't think so. I don't think like, all the stuff that he's been in this year, I highly doubt
if they would have paid him a couple $1 million for like 5
No,
lines,
you know what they should have spent the couple $1 million on?
Backstory.
Better writers. I don't even know who wrote this movie. That was disrespectful as hell. I'm sorry, but that was bad. That was bad.
It wasn't.
3 out of 10.
It wasn't terrible.
3 out of 10.
So that's 8 altogether. 8 out of 20.
8 out of 20. That sounds
50,
worse.
Which is less than 50.
That sounds worse than 3 out of 10.
What? No, I said 6. He said 3. 9. 9 out of 20.
Yikes.
9 out of 20.
Oh, yeah, you did say 6.
What was that, 45%? Yeah, that's 45%.
Is that what it also has on Rotten Tomatoes? Because it deserves
I don't know
what I said.
But on fried green tomatoes, it's 45%.
Oh, right. Okay. Well.
Also a great movie. Old people
fried
talk.
Green tomatoes.
Old people talk. # old people talk.
Well, I guess that's it. Do you have anything else for the people?
Watch everything Mortal Kombat, and then get back to us. Let us know what you think is the best version of it. It's lots.
Right, but just watch the movie so you can get the jokes in this. Then never watch it again. Yeah. They don't deserve your coin.
# paper to clips.
Paper to clips. Okay. All right. Well, that's all we have for you today. Follow us on all the stuff. YouTube, Instagram. I think the last couple of videos Lance has been putting the Discord thing in the description. I've heard Matt has been talking shit on Facebook, but he won't say it to my face. So click the Discord thing and get in the Discord and say it to my face virtually, and I will argue there. Shut up, Malcolm. We'll argue there. If you think I have shit advice and taste and opinions, I'm just saying, say it with your chest, not where I can't see you. But for everybody else that thinks
you can't see them virtually either.
No, shut up, Malcolm. In any case, thanks for watching, and as always, stay colorful.